Less than a week following the deadly shooting in the Midland-Odessa area, football is being played once again in the Basin. We have highlights and more from Odessa-Permian's first game at home.
And we got our first look at San Angelo Central down in the Concho Valley. We have highlights from this and so much more coming up on Texas Online Overtime.
High school football highlights from across the state. Texas Online Overtime.
Welcome into another exciting edition of Texas Online Overtime. I'm Clint Brakebill.
And I'm Zach Martin. We've got tons of highlights and scores ready for you tonight from across the Lone Star State.
That's right. Let's get right into it. We'll start with the aforementioned Permian Basin region. And we'll start with Coahoma taking on McCamey. Both teams showing unity for Odessa and El Paso pregame with a nice gesture. All the players taking the field for the coin toss and holding the American and Texas flag. The Bulldogs quarterback running and did not slow down, just pounding the ball with the quarterback. You know what they say, Zach? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Absolutely.
He just rumbles up the middle through the defenders here, and that is going to be for the easy score.
That's a pretty big quarterback, man.
And here on a very long third down, he shows the elusiveness, escaping to the outside for a huge gain to move the chain.
Oh, he's making people miss left and right.
That is a pretty big boy right there. Then Schneider takes through the air. Sean Striegler does the rest, takes it to the house. 14-0 Coahoma at the half. And the final in this one between Coahoma. We have not seen a final score for that one. How about that?
Yeah.
El Paso, Franklin, Odessa-Permian, Zach.
Yeah, absolutely. Both teams exchanging banners. Permian taking the field. First quarter, Cougars rolling. David Powers, well, Powers, pretty good name for him because he's going to end up powering his way on into the end zone. El Paso Franklin is going to take the early lead. Then Odessa-Permian, they're going to respond. Harper Terry deep to a Marion Garrett. Those uniforms are so clean, man. Tied at 7 after this tutty right here. Get on in, young man. Oh, good job
Will not be
there.
denied.
Franklin, they keep up the pressure after a penalty. And that's going to be, I believe, Danny Weaver getting in for the score. Franklin, they go on to get the win, 49-28. Back to you, Clint.
And we don't have a score from that Coahoma, but I know someone that will in just a second. Big 2 Sports Director Ben Peck. And Ben, we'll talk about that, but we also want to talk on a serious note. Obviously, it has been a horrific week in the Midland-Odessa area. How is the community kind of using football as an escape and a rallying point to get behind their teams?
Well, it was nice, you know, to finally see on that Thursday game, really the first day we had football here in the Permian Basin. You know, there was still obviously that cloud of just people recovering and trying to move past the events of last weekend. But I think for the first time you finally did see some smiling faces and people, you know, excited to genuinely look forward to something else and not be thinking about the same thing over and over again and kind of reliving the nightmare that was this past Saturday. But, you know, a really neat environment there at that El Paso, Franklin, Odessa-Permian game. You know, both teams, as you saw there, exchanged banners with one another. I thought something particularly interesting from my standpoint. Obviously, you know, the Odessa-Permian presenting to El Paso Franklin in the midst of dealing with their own tragedy, but also obviously hearing from the El Paso Franklin students. I was able to talk to some of the cheerleaders for El Paso Franklin who were the ones who actually went forth with that banner swapping ceremony. And, you know, I was really struck by how you know, poised they were and just that they were, they showed a lot of strength for El Paso, given that, you know, they obviously dealt with their own nightmare just about a month ago, but it was quite a sight to see.
Absolutely, and that's the nice thing about football is you do have something like that to rally the communities together, and it was a nice showing between both schools, I thought, together as well. How about Coahoma? Let's talk football a second. A little surprising on Odessa-Permian standpoint a little bit to fall that big in that El Paso game, and also Coahoma, that quarterback getting after it.
Yeah, Zach Schneider, that dude is a beast. That he had as a junior last year, 27 touchdowns on the ground, just to give you an idea of the kind of damage he can do. But yeah, he's certainly off to a good start. Coahoma did win that game, by the way, 40-9 over McCamey. They are 3AD2. McCamey is 2AD2, so McCamey playing a little bit above their weight class there to give the Badgers a little bit of their due there. But yeah, no, Coahoma off to a really good start. And yeah, Permian, it's interesting. Obviously, they're having to replace a huge senior class. I believe they have 10 seniors from that team last year that are now playing college football in some capacity, including, you know, the likes of Peyton Powell, Matt Jones, Ed Williams, Justin Hammond, the district MVP, some guys they really leaned heavily on. Easton Hernandez, the quarterback, scheduled to be the starting quarterback for Permian this year. He was a little banged up this week and didn't play in that game against Franklin. But still, I think just broadly speaking, I believe Permian, if I remember, they returned just 5 starters. So they're really kind of having to work through some of those kinks. And I do think they'll probably improve as the year goes on more than most because they are breaking in so much fresh talent. But yeah, certainly. And then next week they have South Lake Carroll coming to town, so it's not going to get any easier.
It's going to be a fun one. Ben Peck, we appreciate it so much. We're going to move on now and go to the South Plains area of Texas, and we are going to start with Lubbock Coronado taking on Lubbock Cooper. And hey, look who it is. Matt Wells at the game. Zach, I'll let you take over.
Yeah, so first quarter opening drive for Cooper. Nehemiah Martinez, we've heard about him a few times. He gets the ball to the Wildcat. He's going to take it all the way into the end zone. We move to the second quarter now, game tie at 7. Martinez out of the Wildcat again. He keeps it dipping, dodging, duck, dive, and dip and dodge, I guess. Again, he and the Mustangs can't get upon him, and he's gone 45 yards to the house, 14-7 Cooper. Just before half, Mustangs on the 35, Sawyer Robinson, sorry about that. Eli Martinez. Stiff arm right here, get off of me, and he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Lubbock Cooper, they go on to get the win 35-21.
Level and shallow water. A good one here. Lobos in level land. Level land starts the game with a short pass to Jason Ramirez, just short of the end zone. Next play, Isaiah Salazar runs it in the end zone. Lobo touchdown, 7-0. Cheerleaders are fired up. Answering back, Josh easily into the end zone, making the game 6-7. Shallow water in a close one, 28-20.
Let's go to our neck of the woods, the Panhandle region. We had a couple big rivalry games in our area. First, it's the GOAT game, second year of it. Canyon Randall, Canyon punched in first score of the game. Aiden Hildinger, remember the name, that gets it to 8-0. Hildinger again punching it in for the Eagles. That lead to 16-0. Randall on offense, Jacoby Norman. He's the new starting quarterback for the Raiders this year, going deep down the right side. Braden Brewer says, give me that. And he's going to get the interception. Then Canyon showing some trickery. Really fun team to watch all the time. Joe Shaw going deep to Brewer. Wide receiver pass for the tutty. Canyon, they get the win 22-7.
Arguably the biggest rivalry in our area, and it had a little controversial ending. Tascosa, they're going to start the thing off with a touchdown. Darius Sanders into the end zone. Sandy's answering back with Blake Bedwell. Answering the bell with Bedwell, 7-7. Rebels retaking the lead. It's going to be Joseph Plunk. Hits Max Burleson for the score, 14-7. Sandy's looking to answer, but they are going to be intercepted by Caden Thurman.
Good snag.
And a nice little return for him in good field position. Major Everhart.
Heard a lot about him.
He's going to take this one almost to the end zone. They're going to call him out at the 1, and Joseph Plunk going to finish it off 21-7. But here come the Sandys again in the second quarter. Will Maynard hits Davin Lemons for the big gain. And I'm going to jump ahead so that we can kind of set this up. You're going to see a touchdown to end the first half, but we're going to fast forward after this touchdown to the final 10 seconds of the game with Emerald High down 5. And you're going to see Will Maynard. He's going to roll around and he's going to find Peyton Connor. And this is where the controversy comes in. Oh, we don't have it.
Oh, we don't end up having it.
Okay, okay. There was a touchdown in the corner.
Yeah.
And all the talk is whether he got his foot down or not. Emerald High, though, regardless, gets the win 36-33.
All right, now let's go to the Texoma region. North Texas for this second, as we've got Friendship taking on Wichita Falls Hershey. Big winners against Emerald High last week. That'd be Friendship just before halftime. Fred Fleeks powers it in for the touchdown to make it 24-14 Tigers at half, but the momentum changes in the fourth quarter. Little over 6 minutes left in the game. 4th and 1 on their own 35. Fleeks again takes it all the way to the end zone to make it Tigers 30, Huskies 27. From there, Hershey shuts the Tigers out in 4 downs, gets the ball back, and they're going to make a 24-yard field goal. Overtime 30-30. After Friendship scores on its first possession, Hershey responds. Tristan Randall pops one up to Isaiah Wilson, leaps high to catch it in the end zone. 37-36. Huskies go for 2 with the hopes of sealing the deal. Fleek slobs the ball up to Chris Murray for 2 points, and the game winner. Head coach Antonio Wiley was congratulated with an ice-cold Gatorade shower.
Yeah.
It's week 2. I get it, though. It's a lot of fun. Regardless, Hershey gets the win.
Wichita Falls Riders take on Azle. And Grayson Christian rolls out. He's going to hit C.J. Van Slyke. And that makes it 6-0 Hornets. Ryder responds. Jacob Rodriguez. It's going to be a 7-yard touchdown run to make it 7-6. Christian now to Eric McAllister. And it's going to be a 31-yard touchdown. 12-7. After 1 to the second. Rodriguez to Rancy Radke. 7-yard touchdown. Here we go. And that's going to make it 14-12. Ooh, nice.
Oh, good snap.
Oh, another controversial one there. It was bouncing around. Facing 4th and 1, Jacob Lee. He's going to outrace Ryder to the edge, and that's going to make it a 4-yard touchdown run, 19-14 Azle. 45 seconds still have. Jacob Rodriguez trying to put the Raiders in field goal range.
Oh.
76 yards for the halftime lead, 20-19 Ryder at the break, but they fall 35-33.
Down to the Austin and Waco area now for our Central Texas region. First, we have Argyle facing La Vega. Out for the coin toss. Argyle up 7-0. Now Tito Bice on the carry and for the touchdown to make it 14-0. Good job diving. A lot of effort there, young fella. Same score. Elijah Cummings on the carry for La Vega. 80-plus yards to the house. Cutting it across field. Is going to make anyone miss? Nah, he doesn't need. What a downfield block. My goodness. That's an easy score. Same score. Bo Hogeboom goes deep to Cole Kirkpatrick. Crazy catch right here. Woo! Over the top of him, mossed him to extend the lead 21-7. Fourth quarter, La Vega down 14. Landry Kinney goes the end zone. Sold Dravion to Great for a TD to trail 42-35. Argyle goes on to get the 14-point win.
Holland taking on Mart. Mart hanging their latest state championship banner. But Holland Hornets, they didn't get the memo. Quarterback Kyler Martin with a tough run. Hornet defense stinging all night. Drive stalls. Holland running back Clay Cooper stopped by Rudgerell Freeman. Next play, Cooper again bounces outside, tries to leap over Dylan Lundy, and Lundy makes the stop. Zane's spin hits Logan Mann for a small gain. And another controversial play? Man, is this just a controversial night? The shot sheet says, did they miss this?
Oh, he totally touched it. Are they going to say he didn't touch it?
I'm going to guess.
And they call it a touchback? Oh, no.
Campbell, swarmed by the Hornet defense, would leave the game after that play. Rudgerell Freeman, nice run by Hornets defense, stops the Panthers, and Holland wins 20-6.
Liberty Hill at home against Hutto. First quarter, no score. Hutto's DeJean Harrison. Nice run right here for the first down around the left side. Putting his foot down, making a couple people miss, then carries the rest. Later in the drive, Hutto's Mecky Kimball. Touchdown run, 7-0 Hippos? We got some Hippos in this game. First quarter, same score, Liberty Hill. Fakes out the Hutto defense, and, well, what cameraman 2 happens to all of us, man. Nash Robinson, he's going to end up taking it to the house. Game tied at 7. I had no idea what was going on with that one. Hutto, though, they're going to get the win 42-14.
Mansfield taking on Lake Travis.
We saw the Lake Travis loss last week.
Yep, Timberwolves on the board. Ellie's 59 yards, 6-0 lead. PAT failed. The lead short-lived. First play of the drive, 80-yard touchdown. Hudson Card, you know where he's going?
Texas, right?
That is correct.
Heck yeah.
Kyle Leaves in for the touchdown, 7-6. Cavaliers would add 2 field goals after that, and then Card to Eves. They strike again, 50 yards, almost to the end zone. He's going to be pushed out at the 2-yard line. You know, his college, Texas, they got a big one coming up against LSU. Lake Travis, they get the win, 48-26. To East Texas now.
Pleasant Grove, once again making an appearance on our show, taking on Henderson. PG, first drive of the game. Ben Harmon's going to toss it to KJ Hicks. He's going to dive into the end zone. Get on up, young fella. PG leads 7-0. Second play, Henderson, Caleb Medford is going to end up throwing it to
that lady was serious, man.
Jared Fuller, who makes, look at that adjustment, makes the catch on the sideline. Oh, mascot's pretty pumped about Henderson's. Caleb Medford keeps it, falls into the end zone. And we are all tied at 7 in the first quarter. PG, second quarter now. Harmon rolls to his right, throws back toward the middle of the field where Sergio Rodriguez is. Don't throw it back there. Oh,
that looked like you and I playing catch. Oh, I'm glad that I didn't get taken out like that on the field today.
Yeah, me too. My goodness. On the next play, Harmony will reach the ball over the goal line. Hawks go up 14-7. I was not expecting my guy to get hit that hard. Hawks get the ball back again.
You didn't say PG that time.
Harmon will roll around, find his way back into the end zone. Hawks would not convert the 2-point attempts. They lead 20-7. Late in the second quarter, Henderson trying to make a play.
You got a lot of plays in this one, Zach.
Medford gets loose, runs down the field, but the ball, oh no, where'd it go? It gets knocked out. Madhouse.
Oh,
Pleasant
man.
Grove. Oh, goodness. Oh, no. That's why, you know, it's an oblong shape. It's hard to pick up. Pleasant Grove, though, they go on to get the win 40-7.
That's why? Because it's hard to pick up? That's why? That's why?
That's why it's shaped that way, for sure.
Oh, come on. Not easier to throw or anything like that. It's because it's hard to pick up. That's why they made it that way. First time coming out of the tunnel with a new quarterback for Marshall as they take it on Longview. And Marshall using the run game without a seasoned quarterback, but brought down by Tyshawn Taylor. Longview sticks with the run game too. And for most of the first quarter, Darius Williams comes up with a big hit after Longview saw a hole. Then there comes a swarm of Mavericks. I feel like I'm getting behind a little bit here, Zach. Marshall gains traction with the run play here. Dominique Williams finds a hole through the center. Nice little run. That would change quickly, though. Opening up the second quarter, Hayes King does a quick handoff and gets into the end zone. And now they're celebrating. Longview wins 53-0. There's more words than video in that one.
We go to our friends in the Shreveport area. Now in Northeast Texas, a state powerhouse. We've heard about it 1,000 times. Carthage makes an appearance on our show once again. Taking on Liberty Elau, I believe, tonight. The Bulldogs. Well, that's what they do. Kai Horton gets it to Kelvonte Dixon. He runs it the rest of the way, making it 42-7.
I think I have an idea of how this one went.
Montrell Smith, Liberty Elau, great defense, though, takes him down. Horton's going to throw the ball to Kel Williams this time. That's a tutty. Carthage goes on to get the W, 49-7.
Carthage pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
Also from the Shreveport area. Oh, okay.
All right, so looks like we don't have
Okay,
Shreveport.
we'll just take the punches and roll. We're going to go with the big country now, and that is going to be Abilene Cooper. Grapevine, Noah Garcia with a great half around the left corner. He stays inbounds, and Garcia leads it, as Cooper does, 7-0. Cooper scores again. Aiden Thompson looking deep for Garcia, and he's wide open, 35 yards for the touchdown, 14-0 Cougars. Grapevine, Caleb Tejada breaks the line of scrimmage, and he's going to score 38 yards for the score. That cuts Cooper's lead to 14-7. Later in the half, another play by Cooper defense. Pass is caught. Strips it out. We go the other way.
All the way.
Cooper, they get the win, 42-14.
Now we got Wall taking on Cisco Lobos with the ball. Quarterback Gibson Hearn tossed it back to Stanley Callahan. He drives straight down the middle into the end zone. Missed extra point. Lobos up 6. Now Wall Hawks looking to respond. Mason Fuchs with the long pass, but it's intercepted by Lobos Colton Sutton. Cisco ball, second quarter. Wall Hawks back with the ball. Fuchs pitches it to Kai Herbert, who takes it up the sideline into the end zone. Wall Hawks go for 2 and couldn't convert. Game tied at 6. Wall, though, goes on to get the win, 20-13.
All right, let's go to San Angelo area. Concho Valley, San Angelo Central against Del Rio. Slow start for both teams late in the first quarter, no score. Malaki Brown keeps it, shows off his speed, takes it for a first down. That would lead to a missed field goal, however. So now we go to the first play of the second quarter. It's going to be Chris Jackson. And he's going to take the handoff, and he runs from 6 yards out. Central on the board first, 7-0. Central's next drive. Brown with a nice pass. It's going to be Christian Gabaldon in the end zone. And what a catch. Hangs onto the ball, takes the hit, and San Angelo Central wins it 52-10.
Grape Creek taking on Cristobal. It was homecoming for the Cougars in week 2. That feels kind of weird. And they were not going to let the Eagles spoil it. After an interception by Grape Creek, Braden Wilcox takes the snap, and he gone all the way down the right sideline. 36-yard score. Just minutes later, after it failed 2-point conversion, by the way. Just minutes later, the Cougars in striking distance. Wilcox hands it off to Josh Fava. He stretches it out the right. Dives for the pylon. Touchdown Cougars. They lead 12-0 after failing another 2-point attempt. Maybe you should kick the extra point, man. Still in the first. After the Cougars defense recovered a fumble in the end zone, they would extend their lead. Wilcox finds Bo Jolly. Heck of a name, Bo. In the flat, stiff arm,
he's a jolly good fellow.
Cristobal out to a 27-0 lead. They went on to take it easily. Final score, Cristobal gets the big W.
El Paso, local teams taking on local teams, local teams taking on local teams. They got a lot of high schools there.
They sure do.
Colin Deaver, this is El Paso, Parkland, and Austin. Colin Deaver, where do I get that word from? It's in the shot sheet.
All right.
Was he passing?
Yeah, he was.
Okay, good. Herrera to Dante Hayes, that made it 24-0. That makes it, these things are all over the place, man. How can we go from 24-0 to 21-13? I'll just take their word for it.
Yeah,
We're going backwards now?
Time traveling in El Paso. They get wild out there.
Yeah, there you go. Wrangle into the end zone. This is what you need to know. Parkland wins the game 24-21.
Finally, EP Riverside taking on El Paso Burgess. Andy Morgan lost to Parkland in overtime last week in a throw. The Mustangs getting Riverside this week. We open in the first. DeVorce Jones line up in the gun, calls his own number. Tough rain, gets him 6 points. Mustangs on the board early. Still in the first, Odwin Johnson topped to Joshua Hulin for the score. That made it 14-0 Burgess. In the second, it's Johnson again. This time he's going to use his legs to find the end zone. Burgess, they go on to get the win, 43-7.
Some fun games tonight in this area,
absolutely.
and I think throughout the state of Texas. They're going to be talking about that Emerald High Tascosa play.
It's heated already.
Interesting. Some good games around the area. This is just week 2. We're getting closer and closer to district. Week 3 will be right back here. I want to thank you guys for joining us right here on Texas Online Overtime. We'll see you next week.